My bad, everyone. I just had slight inconvenience. What? Didn't even think I was gonna have someone out my door. Anyways, this is the last game of the season until the playoffs. The 10-5 Packers already clinched a playoff spot, going against the number 1 seed, Luke Kuechly, and the Detroit Lions defense. Fuck.
Trouble keeping up with the Joneses? It's a coach, and it's the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Aaron Jones, no picnic a week ago. He's looking for another big game. Coming up, we'll see the visiting Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Randy Cotton and Charles Davis.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in at 15-0, 1 win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback.
Green Bay Packers offense led by number 12, Aaron Rodgers.
Last ball game, but actually he went 2-2-1 with the 1 being the victory. That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week.
319.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
319.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards.
7 on the play, 3rd down and 1 at the 34-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Jones. No gain on the play there.
No gain on the play. 4th down and 1.
Situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they meant it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, I know one thing in baseball, you want to have your closer, right, to finish off games. How about finishing off a season? Last week, week 16, he was the NFC Offensive Player of the Week as he looks forward to this one here to close out the year.
And, of course, he'll have the playoffs to look forward to. Already clinched a berth there, but indeed a great week 16.
Dusky looking for Reed.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he finally goes down.
Gain of 46 on the play. First down and 10 at the Packers 23.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10,
Trubisky looking for Jordan Reed.
Reed wrestling ahead.
Touchdown.
And this will be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability, as we saw.
Matt Prater makes this one.
Intimidating defenses because
2 plays, 69 yards, 42 seconds.
How they're going to hit them. This group is well organized.
Mitchell Trubisky to Jordan Reed.
Extremely confident in what they do.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick.
Aaron Rodgers, incomplete pass.
Hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones.
Rodgers to Jones for 2 yards. 3rd down and 8.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide
Chris Harris
receiver,
Jr. on the play, on the tackle.
They can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Rodgers to Jimmy Graham. 1st down and 10.
22.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings
Chef Jalen Ramsey on the tackle.
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off.
Rodgers to Jones. To Adams.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So
Bradley Chubb on the tackle. Loss of 2.
He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On play action, now Rodgers.
Luke Kuechly on the sack.
Luke Kuechly, he's the one to get it.
Loss of 11 on the play.
For him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit.
3rd down and 22.
Right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean,
Slay Jr. on the coverage.
Definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy
McCaffrey on the return.
In the back pocket. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Kirk Cousins.
First down and 10 after 45. At the end of one, 7-0 our score.
Cold December afternoon. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Trubisky looking for Jordan Reed.
That'll be caught right side by Reed. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 1st down yardage on the
gain of 14 on the play. 1st down and 10 at Green Bay's 41.
Try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he works it past the 30,
Trubisky to Reed for the 4th time in this game.
1st down.
Gain of 15 on the play. That is good enough for another Lions 1st down.
Where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Jordan Reed with his 5th catch of this 1st half. Gain of 19. 1st down and goal at Green Bay 7.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Trubisky incomplete.
To get downfield that quickly, and now 1st and goal. Expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. That is the 1st time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver.
Trubisky gets sacked. Martinez on the play.
2nd goal. Last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it.
They're down and goal at Green Bay's 14.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And that is caught.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little 1st half here.
Mitch Trubisky with 2 1st half touchdown passes.
What can still come? I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Prater to add the PAT.
Prater makes this one. So far, 2 for 2. 6 plays, 55 yards, 2 minutes, 18 seconds.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by a
4 for 5, 61 yards, touchdown pass to Jordan Reed. 4 for 5, 61 yards, touchdown pass to Jordan Reed.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's that they have clinched a playoff spot. Bad news, if they want to make a Super Bowl for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th and final spot.
Well, you know what I would do if I were him leading up the coaching staff?
What's that?
I'd call everyone together and say,
Rodgers hands off to Jones. Lost a 3 on the play. Manti Te'o on the tackle.
Or the logistical people. They have to get us on the road. The equipment guys have to get stuff there. All we have to do is band together as a team and go play a game.
Man, I like that.
Sitting down 13 after 22.
Let's play.
Let's go.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
Rodgers incomplete.
And it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Incomplete.
3rd down throw incomplete as well. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
McCaffrey on the return.
He'll field this at the 5. A strong run. So a minute 51 to go in this first half of play.
First down and 10. When we come back
These words.
on the 32-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a play fake.
Trubisky looking for Janovich. First down and 10 at the 44.
Have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on first down.
Trubisky looking for Janovich. Incomplete this time.
Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Trubisky looking for Burrios. Touchdown, Detroit. Mitchell Trubisky with 3 first-half touchdown passes.
3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Lions add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat.
Trubisky to rookie Braxton Burrios for the touchdown.
9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Prater 3 for 3.
Prater for the extra point.
3 plays, 68 yards, 33 seconds.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
Touchdown pass came from Mitchell Trubisky to Braxton Burrios.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Rodgers to throw on second down.
Incomplete.
Over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw is Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Tabor on the tackle.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Clay Jr. on the tackle.
Rodgers now on first down. Toward the center.
Incomplete.
Incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's second down.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much
Myles
success.
Garrett on the tackle.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And Adams has it. Good play. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
Touchdown!
Touchdown! Green Bay.
Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And along with the rest of his offense, here comes Jordan Reed now. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to drop coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him.
Let's see throw.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns over.
And complete to Andy Janovich.
A pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
How long is this? 76. Fuck it.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
Can't see.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So lightning has struck twice. Matt Prater extends his NFL record with another absolute bomb of a field goal.
And to think he's been an underrated kicker during
Matt
his career.
Prater is good on the 76-yard field goal try. 24-7 our score.
Pretty darn unbelievable.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
Moonlight.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
Nope.
And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Bet.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do
Take
it for
away,
half
Coach.
number 1. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll start in the NFC North. Minnesota playing host to Chicago up at US Bank Stadium. And this one a one-point game at halftime. Kirk Cousins has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head over to New Era Field to see what's happening with the Bills. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. A touchdown pass for the rookie, Josh Allen. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Baker Mayfield has thrown a touchdown pass. In our game, it's been Mitchell Trubisky who's looked sharp thus far. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. This offense led by Mitchell Trubisky.
It'll be first down and 10 on 37 after this montage.
Is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, the nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
Yeah, it's been a big highlight day for him.
Trubisky throws. Incomplete to Andy Janovich.
Almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. And that's caught inside the 35. An excellent
Trubisky to Reed for the Tigers. First down. Lions.
There, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back.
Hey, at least it's still Detroit.
One and the ball's in the air like that.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. They go play action. Trubisky.
To Andy Janovich for the touchdown.
Takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
4 touchdown passes for Mitchell Trubisky.
And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Perfect on the day so far. 3 plays, 63 yards, 48 seconds. Mitchell Trubisky to Andy Janovich for the touchdown.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And certainly they're pleased to know that they will be in the postseason. They clinched a spot at least, but for now they'd have to make the run out of that last wild card spot, the 6-hole.
But how happy will they be to actually try to make that run?
Hey, as long as I'm in the lineup, I'm happy, and they're in the lineup right now.
Bingo, right? No disappointment when you make the playoffs. Yes, is the road a little bit more difficult, having to do everything on the road? Yes.
Snacks on the tackle.
Win the first one. See where it goes from there. They're in, and they're real happy. They're actually waving at the teams from 7 on down, aren't they? Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference
little
a week
Mac
makes. Last week,
on the tackle.
He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times.
Luke Kuechly and Chef Jalen Ramsey. No.
I think we've seen
that's Derek Ward.
Someone's down 3 scores.
Denzel Ward.
That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out. Not what they wanted, and you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer.
So Chef Jalen Ramsey is number 20.
And a little spin cycle, room to run now. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take
First
over.
down and 10, now at the 48-yard line.
Led by Mitchell Trubisky, going to make their way back out there. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest,
Trubisky to Reed.
I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we
Gain
know
of 40 on the play. That is good enough for another Lions first down.
And it's been exciting.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks.
Trubisky looking for Reed. Touchdown, Detroit. 5 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions just continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches.
He plays 52 yards, 42 seconds.
And that will extend this big lead. Pretty clean and simple.
Trubisky to Jordan Reed for the touchdown on play number 2.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock
Gannon
it down.
10 on the play.
Gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few
Myles Garrett on the tackle.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
Riley Chubb and Luke Kuechly on the tackle.
The catch and run, 47 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And he'll go down
Harris Jr. on the tackle.
for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
38-7 our score. Beginning of the 4th.
Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Again, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat.
Jones, first down and goal at Detroit 3.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And he'll take this
touchdown, Green Bay.
A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers get a score closer. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you stay on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was carrying more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. And it has to drive a coach crazy. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Gain of 8 on the play. First down and 10 at Green Bay 29.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down.
Trubisky incomplete to Jordan Reed.
Incomplete, it'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away.
Trubisky, Jordan Reed, touchdown Detroit.
Into the end zone, touchdown Detroit. Jordan Reed, 29 yards. And the Lions have got it on cruise control.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but she's singing too.
Oh, she's
perfect on the day. 5 plays, 44 yards, 1 minute, 19
seconds. Something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Mitchell Trubisky to Jordan Reed.
And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look at...
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Denzel Ward.
Denzel Ward, touchdown, pick 6.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Prater on to add the extra point.
That is perfect on the day.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Two minutes left of the game. 52-14 our score.
EA Sports after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Rodgers. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught at the end. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Rodgers again now. His throw incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Rodgers to throw once more. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, and it's 3rd and short.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. The net touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Look at the dance and the juke. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This is McCaffrey on the give. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Packers, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.